Hello everybody, it's me, Mr. Tall23, back with another video. In this video I want to talk about another method of soul winning that I believe is a good idea. I believe it works pretty well. I just figured this out recently. I don't know why this is something that I've never really thought about before. You probably already know what it is by the title of this video, but basically on Monday it was a very hot day because if you don't know, I live in Arizona in the US, so it gets up to like 115 degrees around this time of year, and it was, I think, about 114 on Monday, and I wasn't feeling very well physically. I was feeling very tired and lethargic. I kind of had a headache, so I don't want to risk, going out in the heat and possibly passing out, but I was planning on going soul winning that day. So instead, I decided to just go on this website called Omegle, or Omegle, however you say it, and preach the gospel on there. And this is something that I've seen other people do before. There's this popular guy on YouTube. Well, I don't know how popular he is, but this guy that I think his name is like Ryan or something. It's like needgod.net. I don't know if he's a Baptist. He does believe in the right gospel, though. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure of all his doctrine and everything, but he at least does, preach the right gospel, and he goes on online on Omegle and preaches. And I've seen his videos before, but I've never actually considered doing that myself until just a couple weeks ago. I had that idea. I never really got around to it, and then just this week on Monday, I decided to actually do it. So it actually is very successful because the thing is on Omegle is that you can put different tags like Christian, Bible, Jesus, Christianity, church, things like that. So that way you can find other people who are looking to talk about the same things that you want to talk about, right? You're already talking to people who are online and searching for answers. Now, some of the people that I've ended up talking to are just people who want to argue, like Muslims and, Orthodox Christians, etc., or atheists. But a lot of the people are actually genuine people who believe the Bible and who are searching for answers about how to go to heaven. So I've been able to preach the gospel to several people and get several people saved online and on Omegle. And so I think it's not a substitute for door-to-door soul winning. You should, of course, do door-to-door soul winning because of the fact that that's the example we see in the book of Acts. And also, not everybody is going to be on Omegle. So if you want to reach your area, you have to actually go out and knock doors and talk to people. But this is a good way to do it if, like, for example, like I said, there's some kind of thing going on where it's like the weather's bad or something. Maybe it's like raining really hard, or maybe it's just like super hot, and maybe you're just not used to bad weather conditions or something, or maybe you just don't even have a partner to go with. Maybe you don't have anybody to go soul winning with, or maybe you're living in an area where there's not really a good church, you haven't been trained, you don't really have that confidence yet to go door to door. Then I think for those situations, soul winning online is a good thing to do, and you can reach more people that way. So it's something that I plan on doing more and more. Again, not to replace door-to-door soul winning, because I think that still is important, and we should do that as much as possible. But I think this is another supplement to soul winning to be able to reach more people. And like I said, it's fairly receptive because you can find people who are already searching for answers and asking things about the Bible and who already claim to be Christians. And there's not as many rejections. And even if it is, a rejection from somebody who doesn't want to talk about it, I mean, you just press a button, you just press the escape button twice, and it goes on to the next person. You don't have to walk from house to house. So I feel like it's you could talk to more people in a shorter amount of time that way. So it's a pretty useful method of soul winning, and I feel like it's a good way to get people saved. So if you know how to preach the gospel, then I would encourage you, if you ever have time, just to, an hour or two or whatever, to just go online and try this out on Omegle. And by the way, this website does get a bad reputation because apparently in the past it's had a lot of like really wicked, perverted things on it. But if you go on the website now, there's like a monitored and an unmonitored version. So the monitored version is, I'm pretty sure, like if you show something you're not supposed to, then they ban you. But yeah, there's like monitoring, and you can, like I said, you can put in tags and everything. So far I haven't found any, perverted, weird things or whatever. It's just normal people, just from all over the world, different parts of the United States, Canada. I've talked to some guy in England. I've talked to some people in India, etc. Just people from all over the world, just wanting to chat about the Bible or about religion or about whatever. And sometimes, like I said, they end up being pretty receptive. So I think that it is a good strategy and method of soul winning. So I'd encourage people who are soul winners and who know how to preach the gospel. If you just aren't able to go out and knock doors for whatever reason, like I said, if you don't have a soul winning partner, or maybe the weather conditions are bad, or maybe you don't really have the time, like maybe you work during the day, right? And then at nighttime, it's too late to go out soul winning. You don't want to go out when it's like 8 or 9 o'clock because it's dark and people are typically sleeping. But if you do it online, then it doesn't really matter because it's people all around the world and they're online anyway, so they actually want to talk. So, yeah, it's a good way to actually remove excuses for soul winning as well. Because I know there's been times in my mind where I've gotten in the flesh and I've kind of had excuses for why I can't preach the gospel because, it's too late now. If I go out now, then nobody would want to talk to me because, everybody's making dinner, everybody's going to bed by now, 6:30, 7 o'clock as it gets later and later in the day. So sometimes I've made that excuse in my mind, but really, if you think about it, with the power of the internet and technology, there's really not an excuse. You can share the gospel with somebody, or at least attempt to, pretty much every day, or that you have time to do so. So that's my encouragement, and that's my goal to start doing this as well. I don't know how often I'm going to go on Omegle, but yeah, that's my plan. So thank you, everybody, for watching. If you have any questions about this or anything about soul winning, then you can put in the comments. But thank you, everybody, for watching. God bless you, and goodbye.